The stage, the big screen, the small screen, our next guest has done it all and is showing no signs of slowing down. You probably know her best as the mystery writing amateur sleuth Jessica Fletcher in TV's Murder, She Wrote. Well, today she's joining us to talk about her acting, her upcoming appearance on Broadway, and something very close to her heart, working as a spokesperson for ALS or Lou Gehrigs Disease. We are so happy to be joined today by Angela Lansbury. Angela, thanks so much for being here today.
Well, I very much appreciate you having me on.
It's a delight, really it is. First, let's talk about the work you're doing as a spokesperson for ALS or Lou Gehrigs Disease. Can you tell us a little bit about the illness itself? Well,
of course, most people don't really know too much about what Lou Gehrigs Disease is all about, or ALS, amyolateral sclerosis. But in fact, it's a motor neuron disease. In other words, the message from the brain is short-circuited and it no longer is able to reach the breathing, the swallowing, the moving of the hands, the moving of the legs. The body becomes trapped within itself. And it is one of the most desperately dastardly diseases that I can possibly imagine, or anybody else.
Yeah, and Angela, your work is personal. Your sister died from the disease back in 1987.
Yeah.
What was your family's experience?
Well, we knew so little about it. We were so shocked. We didn't realize when I spoke to my sister on the telephone and her speech was slurred. I thought maybe she'd had a drink. And I asked her daughter, I said, has Mom has she had a drink? She said, no, we don't know what's wrong with her. I said, well, you must get her to a specialist and find out. Well, she very kindly got the specialist to call me and gave me the news that my sister had amyolateral sclerosis. And again, I didn't know what that meant.
Right.
But then, of course, subsequently I just found out it was Lou Gehrigs Disease.
Yeah, very, very sad. Well, what kind of research right now is the ALS Association currently working on?
Well, basically they are looking for the cure. But meantime, I mean, there are research programs going on in 100 countries, well, 18 countries actually. 100 different projects are in motion to try to find the answer, to find therapies, but to mainly find the cure. And we don't know, and they're addressing all kinds of possibilities.
Right.
Genetic weaknesses, genetic markers in blood. They're using stem cell research. But chemists and physicists are breaking their necks to find the cure because we have to. Because the prevalence of this disease is becoming bigger every single day.
Well, it's so great that you're involved doing this kind of work, but I want to talk to you about some other things in your life. Most people know you from the long-running series Murder, She Wrote. Do you miss being Jessica Fletcher?
How could I miss it? It's on every television screen. I meet myself coming and going, if you know what I mean, all over the world, which is very exciting. It's wonderful because you know, I'm a very familiar face as Jessica Fletcher.
Yes, but you were wonderful.
Thank you.
It was absolutely a pleasure to watch you on Murder, She Wrote. And to date, you have appeared, I understand, in over 40 motion pictures. How have you been able to maintain such a long and successful career?
I'm a bit of a workaholic, to be perfectly honest with you, but I also love acting. I love the theater, I love movies, I love television, and as long as I can do a good job, I'm going to kind of keep on going, you know.
Absolutely, why not?
Exactly. Yeah.
And one of your most well-known films is probably The Manchurian Candidate, a highly political Cold War thriller. Are you a political person yourself?
No, I'm sort of apolitical. I'm interested, but I never become involved. I can't say why. I guess I don't think I know enough about the facts, if you know what I mean, to be able to discuss politics in an intelligent way.
Well, you must know what's going on right now with the presidential campaigns. Are you surprised at how negative campaigns are today?
Oh, I am. I'm very shocked. I mean, as a human being and as a woman, I am absolutely shocked at the dirty doings that have been going on television in this election. And I think it's a shame that when you have to resort to that kind of thing, you know, I can't imagine why that could be allowed.
Right. Well, you've been the voice in a few animated movies. Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. Everyone knows you from that. Do you enjoy that kind of work?
Well, yes, I do. It pays well, and if it's a character that I love to do, and I certainly love doing Beauty and the Beast. Very, very special.